But that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. We can provide you documentation as to what happened. Well, you can have an
issue with anything. All I'm trying to do is get to the bottom of this. Bottom line.
I called and then they told me to email her.
Email who?
Whoever, I don't remember the name.
Well, you're going to have to show me that email. If you're telling me my staff did not respond to you or did not address that, ma'am, you paid no rent. Nothing.
I don't think it's okay to steal someone's stuff.
Well, they didn't steal it.
Except they did because we made an...
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. But you said you sent an email.
Yes, unless it didn't. Well, I have it on here, but I didn't send it apparently.
No, ma'am, I'm just going to tell you right now. Here's how I work. You want to ruffle my feathers? No. You insult my staff.
Wow, that sounds like a really frustrating situation. It's tough when people try to manipulate the system like that. Ideally, the law should provide clear ways for landlords to resolve these issues and protect their property and income. It's all about finding a balance between protecting tenants' rights and ensuring landlords aren't taken advantage of.
And frankly, Your Honor, I don't know if you recall, but this particular resident was in another unit. We generously waived her entire balance because she had repair issues. We moved her into a new unit. And now she hasn't paid any rent.
I was locked out in the middle of moving.
Sorry?
I was locked out in the middle of moving and they didn't help me with what we agreed upon.
You were locked out and they didn't help you. What do you mean by that?
So remember how we were talking about how I couldn't afford a moving truck and that they will figure out something for me.
Right.
They locked me out in the middle of moving. And when we got access, which was end of May, a lot of my stuff was stolen, including a firearm, all my small kitchen appliances, my daughter's brand new sheets, my security cameras.
So what do you mean they locked you out? I don't get it.
We didn't have access. They changed the locks.
On my previous...
Yes. I did not render the old keys. And also...
So in essence, I just want to shortcut this. In essence, you're saying they changed the locks before you got all your stuff out.
I don't know what to do at this point.
Your Honor, if I can add, I would respond, but I'd rather have Amy respond because she has direct knowledge of what happened, because I don't believe that's our position. And I also don't believe it's relevant to this case, but that's a separate issue. I think it's worth responding to.
Your Honor, that's absolutely not factual. She signed a whole new lease, and I don't think I don't think Ms. Lutkoff or anyone would volunteer us to pay for a moving truck or use my maintenance guys to move her belongings, which is what Ms. Vanek seems to be under the impression that we offered her in court. She was given plenty of opportunity. In fact, there was a lot of grace given here to remove her stuff. And in fact, she came in our office on several occasions saying she didn't have a babysitter. She had to work. Her boyfriend had to work. All these reasons. I locked down the apartment upon her signing a new lease, sir. She took possession of a new apartment, Your Honor. And yes, I locked down the unit. She did turn in keys to our box. And so I took possession of an apartment that she no longer had possession of, Your Honor. And she left belongings.
Was there stuff in there?
Yes, my stuff was in there.
There was boxes, right now. I believe.
I have the keys.
So what?
The keys are in my back.
I can't say whether she kept a set of keys or not, Your Honor, but what I do know is that way later after the fact, after she's been in this other apartment for quite some time, she's bringing up issues of stuff that she wanted out of the old apartment. And at that time, I had already started a trash out, Your Honor. I mean, she signed a whole nother lease.
Your Honor, I think there was an issue.
I understand she signed a whole nother lease. But I'm just trying to figure out what period in time are we talking about?
I have a timeline. So
Your Honor, I'm going to just state for the record here that factually, just from a legal perspective, if she wants to pursue, she certainly can file an action for damages if she feels that her property has been damaged on another unit. But we're in court on this unit. And so I don't believe it's relevant.
Yeah, but this unit, Ms. Lutkoff, that's disingenuous because this unit only comes about because of the issues that were in the other unit. So to try to separate them out doesn't make much sense.
Well, I think it does, Your Honor, because she didn't remove her belongings, but obviously this is your courtroom.
Okay, but that may be a defense to what she's claiming if she didn't remove the items. That may be a defense, but to say it has to be a whole another separate thing, I don't think that that's true.
Well, I do, because we're talking about a certain property
Okay,
address.
then
None of
I'll
that.
take what she filed. I'll tell her to go up there, stamp it in as another case, and it's just coming back with this one. I don't know where that gets us.
Well, I don't know what she filed. I mean, she didn't say anything in her filing, so, but that's fine. You want to consolidate it, I don't have an issue with that. We can provide you documentation
Well,
as
you
to
can
what
have an
happened.
issue with anything. All I'm trying to do is get to the bottom of this. Bottom line. That's all I want to know. And I want to know where I'm going to take this case.
Well, it does sound like the attorney might be struggling to focus on the key points. Sometimes attorneys can get caught up in minor details, which can make a case drag on. It's possible they're trying to build a broader case by exploring different angles, even if those angles seem less important at first glance. However, if they're not connecting those details to the main issue, it could be a sign that they're not clearly articulating their argument. The risk of dragging things out too long is that the judge might lose interest, and the defense might get more opportunities to weaken your case. It's important for the attorney to be concise and focus on the core issues that matter most to the case, like the signed lease and the key return. Those are the strongest points to establish the tenant's responsibility.
So
she can have her objections, you can have your objections. We're going to do it my way. Go ahead, man.
all right. So the reason why we're here is because I feel like I can't trust their maintenance people because my stuff was stolen. I don't want anyone coming into my apartment.
Ma'am, you were at the point of a timeline.
Yeah. So the timeline is I think we did our court date like April 26th, I think. And that's when we dismissed the case, which honestly, I wish we had set things and whatever. And then that next week or that Friday or whatever they had to finish with the apartment, I think we grabbed the keys like that Friday. So then we started that weekend because I was working 2 to 10:30. So we were putting the kids to bed and then we were getting the stuff. Plus, like I said,
okay, fine.
Couldn't move it.
So how much time passed between the time that you got the keys to the new place?
It was like a week and 3 days. And
so
then we
10 days passed.
And we lost access for 3 weeks. We didn't get the...
Oh, ma'am, stop. You had after you moved into the other apartment, you had access for 10 days.
Basically, yeah.
And you couldn't get all of your stuff out in 10 days.
No.
Okay, that's going to be a problem for you. They can't hold the apartment open for you to go in and move out in that fashion. You don't get 30 days to move out.
I understand. It would have been quicker if we could have just had that one last day.
Ma'am, I'll be honest with you. If you're telling me, you made it sound initially like they locked you out, and that's all I was trying to get to the bottom of. They didn't do that. It seems like, and by what you're telling me, you get the other unit, you've got 10 days, and you don't get all your property out in 10 days.
Well, technically, we didn't even have 10 days. They only gave us a week, but...
Okay, and that's even my point. Yeah. My point is 10 days would be extraordinary grace to get your stuff out. Yeah. A week, maybe about normal. Mm-hmm. That you move from one unit to the next unit. Maybe
what about the previous agreement that some help was going to happen?
Ma'am, I don't recall that being the issue.
Can we look over the transcripts, please?
The transcripts of what? If you want to order transcripts, you can.
I tried. I haven't gotten a response.
Your Honor, I have not received a request for any.
It was a month and a half ago, granted. Sorry.
No, ma'am. You made a request for transcripts to my staff?
Yes, I did. I called and then they told me to email her.
Email who?
Whoever. I don't remember the name.
Well, you're going to have to show me that email because I'm going to be honest with you. If you're telling me my staff did not respond to you or did not address that.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Sure. Ma'am, while you're looking for that, who was supposed to help you move?
I'm not sure. Apparently, I mean, it said that they will figure something out because I literally said I could not afford a moving truck.
Yeah. Okay. So you go over to this new unit and you have not paid any rent in that new unit. And your justification for not paying rent in the new unit is because things got stolen from your other unit.
Well, it's hard to say for sure what her motivations are without knowing all the details. But based on what you've described, it does sound like there were ample opportunities for her to move her belongings. The fact that she didn't communicate and is now making claims about stolen property does raise some questions about her account of events. It could be a combination of irresponsibility and trying to shift the blame for the situation. Ultimately, it's up to the judge to weigh the evidence and determine the credibility of her claims.
There is some major issues with my new unit, though. And they said it was good to go. It's not good. It was not good to go.
Ma'am, you paid no rent. Nothing.
I don't think it's okay to steal someone's stuff.
Well, they didn't steal it.
Except they did because we made an
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set this for a trial. We're going to set this for a trial on an expedited basis. Because did you find that email to my staff? Because I don't believe that you're telling me the truth. Because, ma'am, I'm going to tell you what. When somebody tells me my staff didn't respond,
I did call up here. I will say that.
but you said you sent an email.
Yes, unless it didn't. Oh, it didn't. Well, I have it on here, but I didn't send it apparently.
I'm not going to make you apologize to my staff for trying to say they didn't respond. No, ma'am, I'm just going to tell you right now. Here's how I work. And my staff knows this. If somebody wants something from them and they're supposed to provide it, they provide it. If you come up in here and you tell me that my staff didn't do it, didn't order the transcript, that they didn't respond to it, you want to ruffle my feathers, you insult my staff. So I don't. I'll consider anything you're saying about that afterwards, just an apology to Emily.
Okay.
I'm just going to set this for, well, I'm just going to set it for trial. The final settlement conference is going to work. Give me a trial date on a Tuesday
I can't.
of this month.
Could we possibly set it for August?
No. Ma'am, I'm not going to delay this out. You paid no rent.
Okay, but I have a class on Tuesday.
Ma'am, I get, we all have different things on Tuesdays. We all have different things, different times. I'm going to set it for trial. You've not paid them any rent. You're claiming that they stole your stuff. You're claiming that they didn't help you. Well, I'm going to get to the bottom of it, if that's what it is. So I'm going to set non-jury trial in this matter.
Are we
For July 23rd.
So does that mean like jury and stuff?
No, ma'am. No jury was requested. July 23rd, 2024. That will be at 9 a.m. That will be in person. Ma'am, you make sure that you have all of your witnesses, all of your evidence. We'll hear it then, and then I'll make my decision.
Well, it sounds like a pretty straightforward case from what you've described. Keeping scarlet records is definitely essential for landlords to avoid these kinds of situations. It's understandable that people are weighing in on whether they side with the landlord or the tenant based on the facts presented. It's important to follow the proper legal procedures to resolve these disputes.